Before you get going on Arizona, my second overreaction for the week is Arizona is better this year than they were last season. Say what you got to say about Arizona, Fanta.
Yes, they are. That's not an overreaction. They are better than they were last year, even though they had some incredible individual talents, even though they had 3 of the top 33 NBA draft picks. This team fits, and it fits into one that can give opposing teams even more nightmares. I'm talking about Azuolas Tubelis and Omar Ballo, who at this moment, folks, are averaging close to 40 points per game and over 18 rebounds per game. When you show up to play Arizona, you know that Tubelis and Ballo are going to do that. That's like clockwork for them, and it has been all season long. Courtney Ramey has done a nice job here in the short period of time. He's only played 3 games, but he's averaging 16 per game, has fit in, and Kerr Kriisa thus far has been better and has shown
really
improvement. Good. His feel for the game has gotten better. He's developing. He's taken a leap. And if you tell me that I'm going to get good Kerr Kriisa, I combine that with Pele Larson, with Tubelis and Ballo, great rim protection, great rebounding, the ability to throw in wrinkles. We're watching it right now in college basketball with another team that you're going to talk about, one that's out in Storrs, Connecticut. When you have the combination of 4 or 5 play, when you have bigs that can do different things, and you could create wrinkles and spacing and all those types of things, guys, like, we got to put respect on Tommy Lloyd's name. Yes. Because as much as he inherited great talent, he's doing a terrific job of molding that talent to fit really well. It's not an overreaction. I think Arizona is the best team in the Pac-12.
Yeah, I think that they are too. They are unbelievable running the floor. Azuolas Tubelis is Tio. His ability to like, we talk about quick release with shooters, right? Normally that's what you think of as guys that are coming off of a screen and getting a shot up. That dude's got a quick release in the post where as soon as he catches that, it's up off the glass. It's up. You got a little jump hook going in. It's almost, it makes him very difficult to defend in the post. And I think that the combination of him and Umar Ballo has just been so dominant. And you mentioned Kerr Kriisa. We got a Kerr Kriisa t-shirt. We partnered with Kerr Kriisa. Check out the merch store, field68.shop. You're talking about shameless plugs, Fanta. There you go. Completely shameless. Field68.shop. You got to go find that headband Kerr t-shirt. I also did get I did a little bit of investigating. You know how he had the thinner headband on playing in Maui?
Yeah, what happened there?
So it was humid in the gym. Wearing the thick headband left him a little bit too sweaty. So he went with the thinner headband. I did some reporting on this. It was something that was bothering me. I got to the bottom of it. That is directly from a source, let's just say very close to Kirk.
It is Kerr Kriisa.
It is Kerr Kriisa, yes.
Yeah. No, I'm amazed at how much he's improved. Like, just from a stability factor, like, he's still this explosive scorer, but he's not losing his mind every time something good happens, or he's not losing his mind every time something bad happens. And this play isn't affecting the next play and the next play after that. That was his biggest downfall last year, in my opinion. But he's really improved. He's a nice player, really, really good player. I'm a sucker for a 2-big lineup. Like, I love it. We don't see enough of it these days. And whenever you have 2 guys that you don't have to be the fastest guy, but you have to put the effort in to run the floor. And both of those guys really do that. I'm going to go overreaction. This team is better than last year's team, just to be the contrarian, as Fanta says. But last year's team had a lot more length. Last year's team had more depth. They're 6 deep right now, really. I mean, if you're looking from a production standpoint, Cedric Henderson's kind of that extra guy. After that, like, is there any sort of significant production? I would argue not yet. That being said, I think Adama Ball's a nice player.
Yes.
I think Kylan Boswell will get there. He's still figuring it out. The game is really fast for him right now. Mm-hmm. Like, the game is flying for him. And look no further than when they were playing San Diego State and the little guard that they had, the transfer, good player.
Darian Trammell.
Yeah, him. Yeah. He got up there and pressured Boswell, and Boswell he was playing around with it. Like, you just got to get that sucker past half court and then let everybody else work for you. He doesn't realize that stuff yet because he's played with the ball so much, and especially at the high school level. So, like, he's got to adjust. by the end of the season, it could be. This team doesn't have the length that last year's team does. But I like this Ballo to Bellis combo at the 4-5. They're going to overwhelm people at those spots. It's just the length isn't quite what it was, and I'm not sure the top level talent is quite what it was, but they fit together better. I think that's what you're looking at Arizona at.
For me, it's the defensive end. You lose Dalen Terry, who was just like a shutdown guy and a perfect versatile piece, and you lose Christian Coloco, who was one of the best defensive defenders that you're going to find, and again, switchable, shot blocker, rotate on the perimeter. I don't think that this team is quite as good defensively. I do think that they are much better on the offensive end, and they're going to be much more of like an efficient, just kind of mow you down kind of an offense. And that I think that speaks volumes to what Tommy Lloyd can do and the way that he can get people to kind of buy into his system. Fanta, you mentioned UConn. Overreaction number 3.
Hey,
UConn,
that being said, a mow you down offense, they're number 1 in the country in pace still.
yes.
Like that's what's unique about them. Like they're playing 2 bigs and they're still the fastest team in the country. That's unique.
Yeah, because that's all. Literally, as soon as they get a rebound, Tubelis is gone, sprinting, dead sprint. And the impressive thing, Tio, he's doing that in with 2 minutes left in the game, right? It's not just like the first half that he's doing that. He's doing it for 40 minutes every second that he's on the floor. And
keep in mind the shooting on this team is a lot better too.
Yes.
They're spacing the floor for those bigs. They're shooting 45% as a team.
It's amazing how much they can space the floor when they have 2 big guys that are playing out there. And it's not like the guy that you necessarily want shooting a bunch of threes.